Big up the Mendem. Welcome to Pitch Picks. Today is the Match Week 30 recap and the Match Week 31 preview.
We're almost at the end, boys.
Yeah, and honestly, we're already at the end. The season's done. Liverpool's champions. Every time I watch Arsenal play a Premier League game.
Some people still have things to play for.
Fair. I'll give you that. But our star boy's back, son. You got to be fired up.
Yeah, he is. But unfortunately, this is why God hates me.
Why?
God hates me. I get gassed. I wake up. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a fantastic mood because it was Saka day. I am so gassed. I sit down. I start watching this game that honestly means nothing in league position-wise and all. But, I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. As long as they're on, I will be sitting
You're
there
a passenger. You're an Arsenal passenger.
That's for fun and jokes on this podcast. Even when they're being beaten 8-2 by Man United, I'm sitting there fucking just watching it in misery. And gassed, waiting for the star boy to get on the field. I see our most important player, my center half, in a full sprint. All of a sudden, he stops and he puts his hand up.
Done for the year.
His hand went up. It went up with my heart. My heart is gone.
Wait, do you have a question?
My heart is gone. No, he was trying to call the physio. I have a question. It ain't a classroom, but yeah.
What's wrong with my hamstring?
Yeah.
That was a question.
That is a sad thing to see. I hate to see that.
Yeah, no, torn to shreds. But I mean, we won the game. That's that.
We won, but at what cost?
That's the thing. He's. I'm gonna say something crazy. People are not gonna like this. If there's one player, if you ask me this season, if there's one player we cannot afford to lose, especially going into that Madrid game, it's him.
Yeah, duh.
I'm gonna say something even crazier. Hypothetical. This is hypothetical speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetical speaking.
Which we do on this show. We love hypothetical.
And everyone knows I love all my players. I back every single one, and especially these two that I'm about to mention.
And you don't do hypotheticals.
And I don't do hypothetical, so I'm just going to do a hypothetical real quick. If you had asked me hypothetically, would you rather have
hypothetically, would you do a hypothetical?
Would you? Yeah, I'm going to hypothetically, I'm going to do a hypothetical.
There you go.
Whatever.
That's it.
Two players.
You're making me look like Nicky Smokes now. You're making me look like
What the fuck's that supposed to be?
You're sitting in the White Sox Dave chair.
That's probably what it is, my brain cramping. But if you ask me, would I have rather had Saka back or Gabriel fit? I'm taking Gabriel fit.
Yeah,
and I love Saka. I love
Absolutely.
Saka, but in terms of importance.
That's not crazy because you just can't, like, it's in terms of personnel.
Yeah. Bro,
it's a personnel thing.
We can plug holes with Saka.
Right.
Yeah.
We can plug holes with Saka.
You have.
Nwaneri, move people around and all that. You guys saw that a hole that opened up the second Gabriel left and they brought on my guy Kivio? Did you see how he got burnt by Adama Traore?
Yeah.
My
a lot of guys get burnt by
God. Nah, but it's the way he looks when he's getting cooked.
Yeah.
Is what thing. But so yeah, that's my main stress. We did win 2-1. At what cost? At what cost? As Nicky Smokes alluded to, Gabriel's out for the season. Now I pray that it's just someone being cold coming off the bench, into a game and all that. I am praying Kivio plays against Everton, and I'm praying that he can somehow miraculously just get up to match speed. Because if he doesn't look half decent against Everton, of which I think he should start, I don't know. I might be thinking we might need to put Declan Rice center back.
I was gonna say, like, what can you can put?
Right, Rice might need to, because I don't know what the fuck is going on with. He's injured. He's out. I don't know what the hell's going on with Ben White. He just was not in the lineup, and there was no. I haven't seen Arteta's press conference yet. They didn't give us an explanation on the day, but
Go three at the back.
Just worried about.
Yeah, right.
Against Madrid?
Yeah.
Bro, we might have to. Mbappe and them.
I see what he was saying with Gabriel being out. Like, I'd rather have Gabriel than Saka because the whole plan and how we got through Champions League is play through our defense.
Yeah.
We were never, even with Saka, we weren't going to go goal for goal with
You're
Madrid.
trying
That
to
was
win
never
1-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So him being out might have just ended the only thing we have left to play for.
We'll see. Fuck. That's what I'm hoping that is not the case. But
When is that first leg?
Next
I think
week.
it's next week.
On Tuesday, bro.
Next
On
Tuesday.
Tuesday. It's we're fucked. No, we're not. We're not fucked, but we're good.
We're fucked.
It's not. That is a legitimately horrible bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
This season,
bounce.
we've had 4 hamstring injuries. 4 hamstring injuries.
Yeah.
3 of them have been clean tears.
And top players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All our main guys, you go down through that squad. All our main
Next
guys
year
have
will
been
be our year. That's what they
well,
say.
you know what else they say is hamstrings. That's when you're not fit. When you're not training hard enough. That's when you're
say that. No, I'm not
You play
endorsing
too
that.
many
I was
games.
not. I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say something else.
No, that's what they say.
They-
That's like a weak muscle unless you're focused on it. So
I-
maybe Arsenal, they're just not focused.
Fire the trainers.
I thought you were gonna say hamstrings. You could kind of see them coming, and you could, bro. Because I mean, these guys look at the elite level. It is unsustainable. That's why there's been 3 clean breaks. It's unsustainable for a top level. If you're a top level player, that plays both at international level and at club level,
You have 4
Bro,
competitions. Yeah,
you get 2 weeks in a 4-year cycle. You
Yeah.
get 2 weeks off.
yeah.
4-year cycle. You get in 4 years. You get 2 weeks over the summer off.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Every other time,
They play
you're
too much.
You're qualifying for Euros. You're playing the Euros. You're qualifying for this.
You're playing Tottenham and Hong
You're
Kong.
playing the World Cup, and then the friendlies, and yeah. So we'll see, man.
It's okay.
Good luck against
You're
Everton.
sweating a little bit on
Yeah,
your
bro,
back
it's
there,
peaked.
buddy.
Yeah, no, it's peaked. Bro,
Well-
I'm stressed. That's stress.
It's all right. It's all right. We weren't the only people that got 3 points
No, you weren't.
this week.
You were not. We did.
Them
United,
goddamn
yeah.
trees,
Yeah,
bro.
They can't stop winning, dude. They cannot stop winning. So that was to me like a quintessential Forest win this year. You had Anthony Alanga on the counter, and then you just defend your fucking ass off. We had some injuries that, Chris Wood's out. Olaina went out, so you had to switch tactics on the fly, go to 3 at the back for the majority of the game, just hunker down, defend your ass off, and then Murillo. I mean, how many goal line saves has that guy had?
Unbelievable.
I think he's got like 5 since he's been a full-time player. So it really is like the dream season just continues, and it's just people call it terrorist football. It's haram. It's this, that. I love the way this team plays. Ryan Yates is pissing people off. Ryan Yates,
He's the best.
he is such a fucking rat. I love that guy. Got a yellow out of Casemiro. Got a yellow out of Garnacho just because he's just the worst.
He's
to
like
play against.
Marchand.
Yeah, he is. Like, he's just the absolute worst guy to play against. And then he's just this smiley-go-lucky Nottingham Forest kid signed when he was 6 years old. Like, he's one of our own. Like, that is my type of an athlete, just an absolute pest who gets the most, just works his ass off. I love him, the captain, and it's just, we're getting closer and closer to, like, having this Champions League clinch. So, FA Cup semifinals, I don't think we've talked about that since. And it just marches on. And I got Villa this weekend. So
Trees
it's
are
just,
dancing.
the trees are dancing.
Zod, what'd you make of it? You were in a tough spot there. You're a Forest hater, but you hate United.
Nah,
And by the way,
nah.
Miresh isn't here. That's why we
That's-
haven't panned to him yet.
Brother. I'm a what? Forrest hating. That's all jokes.
Jokes.
Never.
You watched an international game on Telemundo.
Yeah, you want it.
Fucking hate on.
I was
Chief.
watching. No, I wasn't watching to hate on Chief. I was watching for Gabriel, who just so happened not to play that game, and I had nothing else going on in my apartment, so I kept it on. And I saw fucking Murillo getting cooked all 90 minutes. I had to tell my boy that,
Okay.
Yeah,
but
and what
it's-
my response is, I don't give a shit. As long as when he's wearing red, he's a stud, which he always is.
And my heart sank when he was doing, especially the last one. I think was it Erickson? The last one, the last
Yeah.
minute, the last second one.
Yeah.
My heart sank. I was like, "Yep, Chief is gonna bring this up." But it's such bullshit. It's such bullshit that this fucking weasel is not. Such bullshit that this fucking weasel.
Hey, he ran off
is
to like
not here.
Hawaii or
We
something.
have to. No. Fuck this. It might be next week. We have to rerun this segment.
Yeah,
this
that's
game.
fine.
We have to. It might be, fellas.
Should I FaceTime him?
We might be like a week and a half. No. I need him here. I need him here to get going. We might be a week and a half late, but fellas, I mean, I'll keep it in, and I need.
I'm sure they'll lose again before he's back.
Yeah.
I told this clown exactly who the fuck was going to beat them. I told them that it was going to be one of their own, Anthony Alanga, the one that they chased around. They told him, you're not good enough, whatnot, bringing in Anthony for fucking 80 billion. You had a star winger right there in your academy, sent him off to go get the fucking Brazilian
Garnacho, Mason Mount.
Garnacho, those guys.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a ghost, by the way.
I know.
Money
I was
Mace.
stunned
I
to
was
see
like,
that.
holy
Yeah,
shit.
that was 60 million.
That was crazy.
Yeah, we took Anthony Alanga off the top of their scrap heap. Said thank you very much, $15 million, whatever it was, peanuts, and he's a stud. He's an absolute stud, and guess what? He's still only 21 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah, so
Cat.
future is bright.
They
in Nottingham.
literally sold him 2-3 years ago, and That's probably the best thing that happened to him career-wise.
Yeah, last year was his first year with Forest.
He's United through and through and all that, but that getting out of there and
Yeah.
going to a place like you guys is.
I was hoping he would celebrate. He had too much respect for United.
He should have.
Yeah.
With the way they
I agree.
they threw him out.
Has a player ever went like full dog mode and lifted his leg and pissed on the flag?
Adebayo might as well been that.
I mean, that was the thing that literally
what
happened in the
Adebayo
World
did.
Cup as a celebration. They gave a guy a red card for pissing on a flag.
No fucking way.
You're joking around? That's
No,
a
I'm dead
real
serious.
thing. Yeah,
Because
that was
I was
a
thinking like, yo, I'm gonna take the piss off.
verbatim celebration that happened. Like I want to say it was like 94 or 98, something like that.
I wasn't even alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're doing old recap games,
Yeah, you're right.
so thought maybe you saw it. But yeah, no, that's I don't know. Have guys ever done that?
Not so what I can equate to that is what Adebayo with our former strike when he sold him to Man City. Fuck him. I fucking hate him. One of my most hated players. He
took the piss?
Bro, he scored on this goal. The goal is on this end where he was scored on this goal. The away end was on the other side, opposite on the other side behind the goal. The motherfucker ran from this goal to slide at our way.
Shut up.
And Gibbs White does it to Wolves quite a bit too.
Really?
Yeah, he was
sticks
the
it to
Wolves
him?
Academy guys, and that's where the
ears,
fingers
yeah.
in the ears comes from. Is from like the Wolves are going after his girlfriend.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
But now the guy has no home because he moved around. He played for us. He played for City. He played for where else? Tottenham. He moved around. The guy now has no home and is now looking for a home, and he's trying to tell me, it's 20 years ago. Arsenal fans, you must get over it. Fuck off. I tell you, I get over it when I want to get over it. Don't tell me what to fucking do.
Unbelievable. Well, Rudy, you also got 3 points this week.
Yeah, against Leicester.
Another won the battle, lost the war. Haaland's out for the year.
Yeah,
He got hurt before that.
He
though.
got hurt the game before.
Yeah. But he wasn't here for that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. How do you feel about that, loser?
I feel like he's been so healthy that it seems like it's not that big of a deal. He'll get it patched up, ready to go for next season. And if we didn't have Marmouche, I'd be like, oh my God, fucking A. But we have Omar Marmouche, which is like, what do you want me to complain? Like we got like the
He's a
hottest
savage.
young star, you know.
But are you worried about Champions League now?
We're gonzo, dog.
No, for qualification.
Make sure you're not in.
No. I mean, right now is Chelsea still beating Tottenham?
Chelsea's beating Tottenham.
Still unknown, right?
Yeah, I'm a little
And
bit
then
worried.
Newcastle has a game in hand, and they're only 1 point behind.
I should be more worried, but I guess I'm sort of like looking at the positive.
Villa's there too.
Yeah.
Brighton's there too.
I'm excited. Oscar Bob came back.
You
played
love him.
5 minutes. I mean, dude, he was incredible in the preseason. Granted, it's just the preseason, but he was a really good player and was super excited. And then I jinxed him into literal
You broke his
I
leg.
broke his legs.
Yeah.
Via Kyle Walker, and then finally O'Reilly. Like this dude has been so steady and so good, and we need physicality. He's a big, strong kid that can run,
He's tall.
and like all we need is like we're just getting the Ilkay Gundogan's of the world are just getting pushed around like it's a retirement home. And I'm like, just put this fucking this donkey, this mule, like, this workhorse. And he played great, and then finally like earned a spot. And the left back thing was kind of an issue. And then you move Guardiola back to center back, which is people forget is his real position.
Yeah.
And so, and then the right back thing's still kind of an issue with Nunes and Rico Lewis, but it was fine. I mean, it's against Leicester; it's hard to say, but we're back to what I was saying, baby. Run it back to what was it, November? Jack Grealish in the midfield, baby. Jack Grealish in the middle.
Never
And I'm
quit.
so mad that Miresh isn't here because he loves to get on my case about Jack Grealish. Yada, yada, yada. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Fine, whatever. Yeah, he's like fallen off. First goal in 15 months, but God damn it.
But he got one.
Sweet to see.
Yeah.
Sweet to see, and he looked nice, and it looked good. And I was just I mean, like, I like Jack Grealish as a person. I think he's a really
he's
good
fun.
person. And
He reminds me of me.
he's just like a very lighthearted, like good attitude dude, and
No, I see it.
Pops off at the club.
A party,
Yeah,
party,
Party boy, yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll just keep it.
but he was like pretty emotional in the game after, like talking about like getting that
Yeah.
goal, and like that's always good to see. Like, I don't want anybody to. I feel bad no matter who it is for players to like kind of lose it a bit, and then trying to like stay positive, yada yada. So it was good to see, and I like the sort of like makeup. Like there's still some issues, but having O'Reilly, having Oscar Bob, and then if we can kind of just get Jack Grealish, like just I think if we get those three things and like get Jack Grealish involved again somewhere in the midfield, I like our chances of qualifying.
What's your run-in look like?
Pretty good compared to the rest, especially compared to Chelsea. Chelsea has a pretty harsh run-in, and ours is better for sure. So I like those odds. And we still got FA Cup.
Yeah.
So
you got us.
Yeah.
So
I pray Forest wins.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
That makes sense, actually.
Because even in their worst year, if they get a trophy, I'd be pissed. I want them to get nothing.
All right,
I didn't even want to say it, but I was kind of hoping no one would bring it up, and I would, in the end, just be like, "We got silverware."
Still got it.
Still got some. Just fell into it. Didn't even realize.
So you guys go United. Yeah, this is for April. It's not too bad.
Right.
United, Palace at home, away at Everton, and then home against Villa, and then Forest in the FA Cup. So
it's not perfect, but it ain't the buzzsaw we went through
a
while ago.
May looks you guys your run-in might be the easiest of anybody because you don't because Villa's your toughest team because May is Wolves at Southampton, Bournemouth who
kind of fallen off.
Bournemouth is broken.
Yep.
They're completely broken. I think they've lost five in a row. And then Fulham away is their last game. So
Fulham's fallen off a little bit too.
Yeah, so you guys
because Chelsea still have Liverpool, Newcastle, Forest, but they do have Brentford, which is we don't know.
You never know.
Ipswich, that should be easy for them.
Yeah.
Fulham, tough. So theirs isn't horrifying, but Liverpool, that's good.
And then the Forest game is the last game of the year, which we shouldn't have too much. You would hope to play for at that point. So they might need it more.
You see how tight that fifth spot is?
Yeah, man,
it is.
It's a nail biter.
Yeah.
Every game will count.
I need Omar Marmoush to just kind of go nutty mode. That's really what
he
I
is
need.
fucking sick though.
Yeah, he is sick and
fast as fuck.
He went bar down when there was absolutely no need, but that's fine.
Blast it.
For Grealish, it was emotional because apparently that was his brother. His little brother died like 20 years ago, 25 years ago on that day.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Scored on the day that his brother.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
The funnier thing too is that he finally gets a goal and Pep's not even in the same.
He's in the stand.
Pep's not even there to even be like, "Good job,
good
job, Jack." But yeah, the one thing I will say about Pep that I'm obviously a Pep defender and he has all these odd antics. But the one thing he always does, and I know what he's doing, he's sort of like doing this like sort of like happy painted picture. He's not really answering the question. But when they ask about like Nico O'Reilly, like he played so good, like why is he not getting minutes? Why is James McAtee not getting minutes? When every time they come on, they make a significant difference.
He's such a good boy.
Right, exactly. He always does the thing where he does the thing where he's like, they deserve to play. They're great. They're great.
Like,
they're great. And
maybe
maybe I'm wrong. And it's like that's what we're saying. And it's like why are you like it's
bro, you picked the team.
He's like talking about himself in the third person.
Yeah.
And so it's like, dude, like just put like he's like I don't want to put too much pressure on him, and I can understand that argument, but it's like they are a solution to what we directly need. Like less so James McAtee because he's not exactly an explosive speed and physical threat.
Yeah.
He's a very technical player. But O'Reilly, like just put that fucking kid in there. He is just athletic. We need athleticism. Put him in there.
Yeah.
So I don't get why he does that. And then there was something else I want to talk about in regards to Man City, but I can't remember. I just lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Who is it? Okay, so the young kids. My brain's still buffering. We're loading screen. The wheels spinning. I don't fucking know.
What else? Who scored? It was
Grealish and Marmoush.
The keeper? No.
Gotta be your boy.
Who?
Kusanov.
What about him?
Did he play?
No, he didn't play.
No, I just didn't know if that was.
No, he didn't play. Rice got a few minutes in. Don't really know what to make of him yet, but yeah.
Oh, the Brazilian defender.
Yeah.
He finally. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
He finally got on.
He finally got in there. I know what I was gonna say. Yeah. The reports came out that like Phil Foden has been dealing with like mental fatigue.
Mental?
Yeah, and then but they like kind of like massaged it weirdly, where like he also has a physical, like he's had some injury he's going through, but
brain.
Apparently he's just like, I guess like it's like all these like weird multiple reports where he's had like some sort of lingering physical issue, and then also there was another report that was like he's just kind of like down, like mentally and like kind of just exhausted, and like is sort of like the weight of like not performing has been affecting him. And I kind of lend credence to that because like Pep just like isn't really. He's kind of low key been like
Let it out,
feature
bro.
lately. Like
Yeah.
he's not part of the. He doesn't really. I mean, it's almost like we're going back in time. Like last year, everything clicked for Phil. But before that, like he was always so talented. But it's like, where do you put this guy? What position? I don't even know what position he plays.
I mean, it's the same issue with England.
He's just like this pocket player where he's like this hybrid midfielder winger. Like he's not necessarily a full winger, but he's not necessarily like a full midfielder. But yeah, he just doesn't have it right now, and that was sort of interesting. And
Say it, Tom.
what are you going crazy about, huh? What? Why? What?
When it's Foden, it's always excuses. It's always something. They're writing positive shit.
No.
When Saka doesn't score in one game, it's terrible headlines.
This is
Oh my days!
But that's coming from Arsenal people. That's coming from that's the phone. The call is coming from inside the house.
This is also
that's your own problem.
I don't get when you and Miresh do this because yes, Saka gets it done bad. Rashford gets it done horribly too. And he's like, no one ever talks about Grealish. No one talks about Foden. It's all people talk about.
No, Foden needs to be fried. Foden needs to be fried. He needs to be fried more.
He's literally been fried. Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
No, he's been getting a lot of stick.
He's
this
been
year.
getting all people talk about is how Foden fell off. That's all they talk about. Like everyone's talking about it. Like you're pointing at someone else being like they need to suffer the way I've suffered.
Yes.
But they're also suffering. And you think it's like who can endure more hardship? And it's because of Chief's right. It's your fan base. It's because the magnifying glass on Arsenal, because of Arsenal fans,
That's not
is
true.
extreme. And then with United, they're psychotic too.
Yeah.
It's more crazy. We're just not as harsh on our own players as you guys are. So you think that they're getting it worse. But
and there's more of them.
the discussion,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
discussion regarding Grealish and Foden is still been the same. Everyone, anytime you bring up Jack Grealish, he's like, no one ever talks about how Jack Grealish is a flop. They said he was a flop before he even stepped foot in the Etihad. And they've said it the entire time. And Foden the whole time, ever since the Euro, people are like, this guy fucking sucks.
They say it so nicely. They say it so nicely.
Zaw just wants people to get fried.
Jackie boy is a flop.
No, they do not.
When it's Jackie boy. Oh Phil.
All they say is Pep ruined him. Pep ruined him.
When
Pep
it's
ruined him.
when it's Saka. Saka fucking stinks. He's shit. He's this. He's that.
I disagree with you. I mean,
All
they
right.
all get it bad, but yeah, but Foden, like, right now he doesn't have it. Mental fatigue's a real thing. I hope he gets better.
Yeah, that's not me making fun of mental health.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Villa had a huge 3-0 win over Brighton. That fifth spot is going to be crazy.
It really is.
I'm glad that we kind of have Champions League solidified, but in terms of watching the game and feeling something, I would kind of like to be where. Villa's
What's
at.
your run in?
I don't know if it's solidified, Smokes. We need a couple more wins, and with Gabriel missing,
That's it. Yeah.
that back line could be hella leaky. Cause I mean, no Ben White.
Maybe I'll watch for the.
Yeah,
fall
it's
off.
really the only place.
Oh, look at this Aram guy. Look at this guy. He's going to be dancing. He's going to be dancing as Arsenal goes down 1-0.
I mean, people aren't talking about how good of form Villa's in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row across all competitions.
Mm-hmm.
They might sneak into that 4 or 5 spot. They're only 4 points off Chelsea.
Arsenal still has Liverpool. You still have Newcastle.
We don't have Liverpool.
yeah,
you
we
do.
do.
Yeah, you
Do we?
do.
Third last game.
May 11th.
You sure do. You
Second
sure.
Oh, yeah.
last game.
You sure do.
But
I was
it's
trying to go to
it's
I
at
was trying to
Anfield,
go to
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just tickets. Bro, Madrid. I couldn't find a fucking ticket for Madrid.
The rest of them aren't too bad though. I mean, you got Everton, Brentford, Ipswich,
Yeah. But like if
Um,
Bournemouth kind of finds their form, then that will look a little scary.
Newcastle.
Newcastle's very tough.
Yeah, Southampton.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope it doesn't come down to Isak against you guys. It'd be a
When do we
real
play
shame.
Newcastle?
Second to last game of the year.
For Champions League?
Yeah, for that.
Nah. We won't fall off that bad.
You just said it's not done. It's not over yet.
I-
That was the
I know
last thing
Arsenal.
you said before you said we won't fall off that bad. Is that it's not over? We better get
Because
wins.
with Arsenal, you just
You,
they always
you're like
here's-
you're Arsenal fans are schizophrenic.
It's-
That's what I've learned.
No, it's not that, Chief. Wait, what does schizophrenic mean?
You got multiple
You're crazy.
personalities.
You're
Yeah,
crazy.
Idiot,
same.
dumbass.
Oh yeah.
You're
Oh
hearing-
yeah, that's
you're hearing
for sure.
things. You're seeing things.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Nah, but it's the problem is I'm always gung ho, ready to go. Madrid 3-0. I say some wild shit on this microphone, thinking that them 11 idiots that'll be playing on the next day or whenever they're playing will back up all the wild shit that I say on this microphone. Guess what happened? Guess what's happened each and every single time that I've said some wild shit on this microphone? They haven't shown up.
It's going to be tight, man. It's going to be really tight. That's like the only place right now to even pay attention to. Like the relegation's pretty much sealed.
Yeah, that 4 or 5 spot is money right now.
Yeah, we need that. Oh, fucking.
And it's like hard to bet against Newcastle with a game in hand too.
Who do you guys think's going to get that spot?
I think
Newcastle gets one of them. And
I don't think we're going to get that 5th one.
Who? I think
Premier League.
I think they are.
Wait,
for sure.
Did they change?
I feel like they'd announce it.
It's
not. They do it at the
end.
If I'm not mistaken. I don't know the actual rules, but everyone is saying
the coefficient. They've been
saying
it all.
But
year.
let's just stick with.
You should be rooting for. You should be rooting for Villa in Champions League.
Okay.
So.
I'd like to see that.
I need that.
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah,
big time.
Because I mean, you're only a point. That your run-in being so easy makes me feel better about you guys.
Yeah, and honestly,
and
this is like full on Kool-Aid. Like, I literally can't even envision us in Europa League.
Like, why? Would
I
you want to be in that?
Like, I can't. I'm like, there's just like someone's got to pull some strings.
You guys
I think that's the schedule.
You guys are the string pullers.
Someone's got to pull some strings.
Chief. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying this is thing. I'm looking at this, man. But even for us, I'm looking at this. I don't know if either one of us two are safe.
I'm not counting.
I don't think
I'm not counting chickens. So like I would love a draw this weekend away at Villa Park, and then Forest has work.
I weirdly need you guys to lock in.
I don't think both of us.
Why is that?
Because you play Villa.
Yeah.
And then you guys play
this weekend, Everton.
But who else do you have?
Forest, we go Villa, Everton, Spurs, Brentford, Palace, Leicester, West Ham, and we finish with Chelsea at home.
Yeah,
I need you just lock
Europe
in
picture.
Villa and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I need you to lock in versus.
I'm hoping that Chelsea game doesn't matter. And Forest, it's already done and dusted, and Forest has that spot locked up.
I need it to matter. I need you to give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't want
to give a fuck.
I mean, I will always give a fuck.
Fuck.
But I hope that's like a celebration, like a crowning game, like we fucking did it.
Yeah,
it's over.
The only thing set in stone right now
is Liverpool
winning the league and the three relegation teams.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
That's the only thing that's set.
And Arsenal finishing second.
I do have.
That's not set in stone.
That's what we do.
But if I'm looking at the schedule, so Forest needs to get to. Realistically, they got to get to 67 points. So 10 more points from the last.
You guys are a lock to make champions.
But I do think
there's no way you don't make champions.
I think they'll get Spurs.
No.
What? I think they'll beat Brentford. And they'll beat Leicester. That's 9 points from those three.
I thought that was the final score. Disallowed goal apparently in the Tottenham had equalized. But
yeah, so it's like can Forest find 10 points?
Yes,
I think they can.
They're going to get 3 when we go.
Yeah, I'm not counting chickens. So Everton's been playing a lot better.
I know, but we're there.
Yeah, I know.
They should have won that derby.
Everton?
Mm-hmm.
You think?
They had the goal late to tie.
Beto had that goal that was disallowed early. The one that went through Keller's legs. And also, by the way, I know people are moaning online and all that about the Tarkowski challenge. That was a dark yellow.
Dark yellow?
What's a dark yellow?
Barclays. You were talking about the glory days. The Barclays era was a Barclays era kind of tackle.
A little more physical back in the day.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I like a little physicality.
Yeah, nah. I mean, the refereeing is
Do you want to get into this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Arsenal-Everton, first game on the sheet. No Gabriel, Starboy back. Za.
This is a workout. This is just a workout. I want the main. Yeah, it's a workout. I want the main guys. This is now. I'm trusting the least trustworthy part of the Arsenal backroom staff, the sports science and the medical guys, to run their tests and training, figure out who's in the red, whoever's in the red injury wise. No more of these muscle tears. Whoever's in the red sits that game. So it's I want guys like Kivio in, put in guys that need to build minutes, need to get back into the rhythm of the game, because the way Saka definitely has to, if he can start, I think Saka should start. I don't know if he's ready to start yet because he came in 67th. He might be ready to start. Who knows? But start him if he can. But since our guys are falling down like flies, so get those other guys minutes and in their legs and Madrid is the thing. Everton, we're the first game, right? It's away. Yeah. It's away at Goodison Park. Goodison Park is a tough place to go to. I'm gonna say we win. 2-0. Mikel Merino.
2-0. I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. Rudy.
I think it's gonna be 2-0 Arsenal too. I mean Everton.
The game outright.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Game outright.
But I mean Everton just played Liverpool and didn't even get near the ball.
Yeah.
And I think that like doubling that up with Arsenal, like it's one thing to like get up for a really tough opponent, but it's another thing to have back-to-back world-class teams, and then you barely touch the ball, and then you got to get ready to go do that again. I don't think mentally that it'll be at home, which gives them a little boost, but yeah, I think Arsenal's locked in on this.
Yeah, I'll say 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay, we're losing the game outright 100%. Villa against Forest. I'm very excited for this game.
Yeah,
Midlands action, huh?
A little Midlands action.
Midlands action for the boys.
I am nervous for this. 120 against Brighton.
If you win this, will you admit Champions League?
I'll feel pretty fucking good.
Okay.
I'll feel pretty fucking good if they win that.
Still far off, Chief.
I know, but if they add 3 more points, and Villa's a game where it's like if you're looking at it a month ago, it's like you put an L next to that. But still no Chris Wood. Olaine is out. And then they can't use. Yeah, he
as long as you have Nuno.
He tweaked a calf muscle. He came off at He played 30 minutes against United. He came off with an injury. So, and then his replacement is Alex Moreno, and he can't play because he's on loan from Villa. So they're going to have to kind of mix and match. I don't know what the lineup's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a back 5 or what, but it's going to be not exactly your best 11, to say the least. And Taiwo has been fine, but he's not exactly a difference maker either. So if they win, it's going to look a lot like what they did against United, where you just
1-0, defend your ass off, squeaky bum time.
Precisely.
Who would you play in the? You said a 3, a back 3. Who would you play? Bowley? You put Bowley?
No, it's Morata. Morata's been the guy who comes on. He's solid. And then, but then it's like your wing backs are who? It'll be Nico Williams and somebody.
He's played right back for you guys, hasn't he?
Nico? Yeah, he's a natural right back. He's been playing left back.
You don't think you'll keep it as a 4 and drop him as
possible?
And who's on the?
But that's the problem. It'd be like Harry Toffolo or one of the young kids. So, which Harry Toffolo is fine, but he hasn't played like at all this entire year. But he's fine. But I don't know if I would trust him. So I don't know. It's going to have to be a Nuno game. I have I'm done predicting Nuno lineups. They're different. The tactics are different every week. And but it'll be, and Villa's they're in great form. So it feels, I'm hoping for a draw. This run of form that Forest has been in where they just can't lose, that can't go on forever. So if we're going to drop one.
Are you saying score prediction loss?
My gut says 1-0 Villa.
Okay, that's honesty. Rudy?
I mean, they're on a tear too, so
I know.
They're red hot.
You can make the same argument for them. But, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, Villa is just firing right now. And, you got that one against United, but you weren't exactly in the driver's seat.
No, definitely. I mean, it depends on how you define the driver's seat. But, other than the clearance off the goal line, there was never another, real threat.
Also, let's be honest. Shout out to Alenga, but, Dorgu, he ran with the ball for 100 yards, and Dorgu was next to him. Was like, come on,
yep,
fucking score this, are you?
Dorgu
stopped running.
They clocked his time that he went 90 yards in 9 seconds. So it's with the ball at his
feet. The other guy didn't even have the whatever.
Yeah, Alenga's
rapid.
I don't want to take anything away from him, but Dorgu's got to just you got to kick him or something.
Something. I mean, Garnacho tried. Garnacho couldn't.
He felt like he flew.
Oh yeah,
he bounced off and he
defensive masterclass.
Yeah, it was, and then the 2 defenders just backed up forever. I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, they were. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
take him out.
Still, it was one of the goals of the year for Forest.
I was happy.
Sure was.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But I like Villa in this. I mean, Asensio.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Kind of been a problem.
Yeah.
He's got 3 goals, like 4 assists in 5 games. Like
Rashford's
buzzing.
Off the bench.
Yeah, like they got a nice little squad there.
They do.
It really comes down to me, like, are you gonna be able to withstand them? And like your style is, very steady, defensive, get a goal, lock it in. The ship can't sink.
Yeah.
Like you just take hits, but are you gonna be able to withstand them? And they have a lot of, I like.
And I think the crowd for Forest matters. So
Yeah,
like when they're at home, it just gives them that little extra.
I think this is gonna be a draw.
I would fucking love a draw.
I think it's gonna be 1-1.
All right, Za.
The actual.
No, they're at
game-
home. It's at Villa Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
The actual game.
still.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem that you're running into, Chief. You're catching Marcus Rashford at he does this. He does this.
Yeah.
Once a season, he has a little period where he's
Like, oh wait, is he
he's
actually
messy.
good? Yeah.
where if this idiot was here and if you're still wearing the red jersey, you would be jumping up, oh, Ballon d'Or, Player of the Year. Nonsense, because he's only played well for like the season's 38 games. The guy only plays well for like 10 games.
Yeah.
But in that 10 games, he'll bang in like 15.
Yeah.
20. And that's
He's in like fuck you mode right now.
that's I think, what makes it worse is because he was loaned out. I think
Exactly.
loaned out. He's pissed off.
Yeah. And they're calling him fat. They're like
And and that's the thing is I would say you're fine. I would have said you're fine, and I would have been Forest. But the market, I know this Rashford, and when he's in this kind of form, it's
Scary hours.
yeah.
Because
And then if you're not, if Onana is out there, then you feel
that's
okay,
the thing.
you
The guy that you put on
Yeah,
him, the
right.
fastest defender, is the one that's out.
Correct.
And he outpaces. He's faster than Murillo. He's
Yeah.
faster than Milinkovic and all that. So if you keep a low block,
which is what they'll do.
if Nuno plays a low block, draw, I'm even leaning Forest win.
Wow.
If Nuno now tries to fucking squeeze the midfield, squeeze the pitch a little bit, that's when you fall in trouble with Rashford.
So you're going Villa?
Depends. He'll play a low block.
I think he'll play a little block.
So I'll go Forest.
All right, I'll be quick. Villa money line. Not last game I got here is Manchester United versus Man City. Start with Chief.
Oh shit! It's the Manchester.
And it's at Old Trafford, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think United has it.
Yeah.
So
Me neither.
I think would you call it a training game? So I think this is another like an opportunity for City to kind of get right with all these kind of plug and play players with their injuries. So I think United or City's got too much.
Rude boy.
My only concern on this is that like if there's any game where like Amarim's like, okay, we gotta dig deep in the bag, like he's gonna do it for this one because like right now he's like managing the team. It's pretty much like running through shit for next year. Win loss, it's not like the biggest thing. You just don't get embarrassed.
Right.
But when it comes to playing Man City in the Derby, it's like he's gonna throw out like a legitimate chance. And to be honest with you, like he doesn't have the same tools that he had at Sporting, but he kind of clocked our shit.
Yeah.
When he was at Sporting.
Yeah.
Like absolutely exposed us.
Yeah, but Joker's not walking through that door.
No, but I mean,
Bruno.
He's still a world-class coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's clearly got the ability to tactically stand with Pep.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's a question of how bad were we versus how good were we when he was at Sporting. Like the way we set
you were in
that
a
up,
dark time at that point.
dark place. That was the dark ages.
I loved
Bubonic
it.
plague shit. And so I do worry that like Amarim's gonna be like, all right, this one we are gonna pull out some goofy shit, and like I'm gonna put some guys in places that you're not expecting, and it might be a fucking shock.
What are we doing here? You're saying all this to say City's going to win 3-1.
Dude, I've said it a million times with this team. Like we look good, and then it's just like we don't even know who we are. But I still think it's gonna be close. I think it's 2-1.
Okay, I was off by a goal, Za.
My heart says City, but my brain tells me what Rudy just said right there is what my brain's telling me. This will be the game that Manchester United just shows up, and then they'll go back to being Manchester United right after City.
So draw or win for United?
So my heart says City. My head says United win.
Wow. All right, well, I got a Smokes guarantee on this game. Marmouche to score. If he doesn't score, I'm pussy. And City wins the game 2-1. So
I'm not. No. You gotta.
What?
You
Me
gotta-
being
you gotta-
pussy is more than enough.
You gotta. If City loses, You gotta tie a towel around your neck and jump off the fucking ledge or off the balcony.
Thanks for listening to Pitch Picks. We'll see you next week.
What the smoke is a pussy do for me?